Gentlemen, fellas, welcome back to another video. Guys, I titled this video, A Man Doesn't Have to Accept His Emotions. So, I've told you guys before that, throughout my life, I've been overly emotional, I've been quick to anger, I've been overly reactive, right? And these are things that I didn't really start to observe or become aware of until I started getting a little bit older and maturing a little bit as a man. And I'm to the point now in my life where I'm able to remove myself from my life, look at it from a different perspective, and observe my emotions and observe my feelings as if there was a projector behind me right now, projecting my life on the wall, and I'm watching myself like a movie. And I think that, you know, when a man is able to do this, he really starts to move into his strength. And I mean his real deep, visceral strength. Many people, I would argue most people, are reactive. And what's interesting about that is, as human beings, we like to think that we're so, sufficient in the sense of like, we can do so many things with our higher faculties. Like we're the apex on the planet. We're so intelligent. We're different than the animals, right? We're so different. We're intelligent, we're smart, we can do all these different things. But really, when you are overly reactive, you push yourself in an animalistic state, meaning that you are no better than a monkey. You're no better than a primitive animal, right? Making you primitive. And even though we like to think that we're so sophisticated and, yeah, as humans, we've done a lot of things, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't believe we're nearly as smart as we think we are. And even myself, like, yeah, I look at myself like an intelligent man, but the more intelligent I get, the more I've realized how much I don't know. And I say that candidly, I say that in a meek manner, and I've realized I don't got it all figured out. As I started to learn that and accept that I don't have it all figured out, I was able to like take a step back. And so now when something happens throughout my day to day, like life happens, we go through our day to day, we go to work, we do this, we do that, right? And something happens that kind of rocks you off center. Somebody snakes you, somebody dies, somebody says something bad to you. Anything, life happens. I used to like just get angry or react or fight. And now I'm like, I don't have to accept that. Now, granted, if somebody come and punch you like in your face, okay, like you're gonna have to react. But what I'm saying is, for me personal, and what I'm about to say, if you resonate with this, let me know down below in the comment. This is something that I've never articulated or verbalized before, so I'm curious to see how many people can actually, you know, understand this. But there'll be times where things are going great in my life, right? And I don't know, something happens and I just feel like there's something I should be worrying about. Like I feel like there's something that I should be sad, angry, or worrying about. And something like that happened today. Like things are going fantastic, like for me right now in my life. And I just had this feeling. And what's different now is I said to myself, okay, let's remove ourselves and let's look what happened today. And I said, oh, that happened. But that's not a big deal. Like that's a growing pain. Like we're doing fine. Life is going great. And then I said, okay, I acknowledge this feeling, I acknowledge this emotion, but I don't accept it. And I don't accept it because anytime that you feel bad, you don't feel good, you're at dis-ease, you're not in a flow state, you have now become emotionally involved with the wrong idea. You see, we are meant to flow, we are meant to create, we are meant to achieve and strive. This is the way of man, right? Be in that flow state, gliding through life, right? But when you're feeling bad, when you're feeling down, those are lower natured emotions. And you don't have to accept that. On the contrary, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling fervent and passionate, in the sense of like somebody gets you riled up, you don't got to accept that. You see, what I want you gentlemen to understand is that you are the complete master and architect of your life and your reality. And so how could you let something move you? You see? Now, there's times where I'm having like intellectual thought with myself. Like I'll just sit down, I'll take a break from work or something and just brain dump, and I'll think to myself, and I'll be like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm driven, I'm focused, I'm consistent, I'm hardworking, but sometimes I ask myself, like, I mean, let's be honest, what's the point of all this shit? Like, yeah, let's say I I help all my clients, I scale my business, which I am, and I get these results, and I make it to my C type goal, which if you guys haven't been watching my content, you're not gonna understand what I just referenced, but I'd make sure that I'd go back and watch my videos. But let's say I make it to my ultimate goal and I'm living my dream life and I'm doing all these things, helping all these people, and I've become the man that I've always saw myself as in the end. Okay? Let's say that my last name gets aggrandized, and in this realm, I'm a titan. I'm a great man, right? I'm a big dog. That's what all men want, right? On an innate level, we all desire to conquer and to be these great men, right? Okay. Then what? I physically here, my body perishes, and then I transition into going back to source. My consciousness goes back to source. And then what? And it's like, I'm not saying that in a depressive, type of way. It's just, I just think a lot. I think a lot. And if there really is no point to it all, when we talk about that, when something happens to you in life as a man, whether you're at work, something bad happens, why would you allow it to get you in an emotional state that's not conducive to your betterment? Like, I hope you guys can kind of understand the correlation of what I'm saying. In the end, if it doesn't matter, why let yourself get overreactive to what somebody else is saying to you, right? And so I guess when you think about it that way, nothing matters. So, I mean, does this video matter? Why am I making this video? So, if nothing really matters, okay, what? I believe we all come here to play a role. We all come here to serve. I believe we choose to come here. Because if you can understand and conceptualize the fact that nothing matters, then why are we here? We chose to be here. And so being that we chose to be here, we have a specific destiny carved out for us in which we chose. And so if you understand this and you're working towards that destiny, nothing should detain you. Certainly not the frivolous aspects of life. So this is why a man cannot get caught up in his emotions. A man doesn't have to accept his emotions, right? A man can understand it and acknowledge that he has emotions, and then you can choose what you want to feel accordingly, right? Obviously, things happen in life, we'll feel an array of emotions, right? I feel things all the time. But at the end of the day, bro, the goal got to get done. You feel me? Your household has to get fed. Your clients, your people, you got to serve people. You got to do this, you got to do that. As men, we don't really get to complain. You can sit here and you can be depressed. Is that going to help you out? Is that going to help your situation? It's not. So when I think about emotions, now that I'm a grown man, I acknowledge their place in my reality and existence, but I don't give them too much attention because they're like women. They come and go. 1 second a woman is here, next second for the slightest reason, she's gone. And that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean that I have a pessimistic view of them. No, I love women. I love feeling emotions as a human being. I just understand that their nature is fickle. Come and go. So I enjoy it, or I acknowledge it for what it is. I act accordingly for what it is, for what they are, emotions, or in this sense, women. Enjoy the ride. Live this life to its fullest capacity. Serve. And then we go back to source. I don't have to accept my emotions. And when you are able to think like this, it's like you just flow. You choose what matters. Anything outside of that, is asinine, right? You choose what you want to do in this life as a man. So if you're not experiencing a reality that you say that you desire, you gotta, understand that you're emotionally involved with the wrong ideas then. Because your physical reality is nothing but an outward manifestation of what's going on in here. So if you say you want something and you don't have it, you don't believe that you can have it. You don't believe that you are it, which is why we must become. And so once you understand all of this that I just said in the video, you'll get everything you want out of this life. You'll start to see things change. And when emotions come up, even as you're on the up and up and climbing up, and whether for you it's money, whether for you it's a family or your business or whatever, when certain emotions come up when things are going well, you'll be like, huh. You'll have the awareness to say, huh, interesting. I see these emotions right now. Let's say I just made $100 million. Why do I feel sad? What's the disconnect? Well, wait a minute. Let me take a look at my life. Okay, so this happened today. But why am I allowing that to make me feel sad? Let me remove myself from the situation, acknowledge that that feeling is there, but I'm doing just fine in the grand scheme of things. So I don't accept that. Now you become a man that's untouchable. You see what I'm saying? You should strive to be untouchable. When you're able to build that type of mindset, it is intocable. Nothing can detain you. This is when you have solace in your own mind. And many men, the majority of people on this planet breathing air right now, from all walks, backgrounds, religions, countries, they don't have solace in their mind. And gentlemen, every single one of you watching this video right now, if you're a man, you know damn well you want autonomy and freedom. This is why you drive, you dig, you go to work, this is why you hunt, this is why you try to get women. All this stuff, right, is a form of masculine freedom. But there is no better or highest form of masculine freedom than a man having solace in his mind. Brother, you don't have to accept your emotions. Fellas, that's the video, man. I'm gonna holler at you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, check out my mindset playlist, and I'll see you in the next video. Salute.